government area as one of their sons, Chief Chinedu Madubuko, put smile on their faces after major roads constructed in the community. We are commissioned. Governor Chukwuma Soludo commissioned the roads over the weekend amidst cheers of joy from members of the community, who in turn prayed to God for God's protection and longevity upon their son, Chief Madubuko, and his household. We have details.
Asphalted roads with precast drains totaling 14.62 kilometers are in acknowledgement of Governor Soludo's deployment of the Public-Private Community Partnership (PPCP) model of development intended to trigger urbanization of all the communities in the state. After the commissioning of the roads, the member representing Anota 1 constituency in Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Nkechi Ogbuefi, commended Chief Madubuko for the gesture and called for more grassroots support and assistance in the provision of social amenities.
This is a very good development for the community. Not only will it assist the community, it will assist it will assist agriculture, it will assist trading, it will bring a lot of goodwill to this community.
Reacting, the Special Assistant to Governor Soludo on Petroleum and Mineral Resources, Engineer Ikechukwu Okafor, lauded Chief Madubuko for doing the road projects, saying that he had once again risen to the occasion of proving himself as a selfless, true patriot and worthy son of Adaziani.
I think his benevolence is extraordinary. His benevolence is extraordinary. I've never seen that in my life.
In their separate interviews, Measures Chukwebuka Amasi, Kasimia Oselu, and octogenarian Monica Enedolu and Mark Obiekwe heave a sigh of relief, affirming that the challenges posed by the roads have finally been nipped in the bud, as they can now easily access their houses and farmlands. In his remark, Chief Madubuko said he embarked on the project to ameliorate the hardship his people go through on account of bad roads in the community, and lauded Governor Soludo for promoting the concept of PPCP, which has given him sense of appreciation. He stated that the governor's presence to commission the road demonstrated state government's readiness for partnership in ensuring equitable distribution of dividends of democracy. Chief Madubuko noted that he was determined to give a new face to the community through persistent and commitment renewal of projects such as road construction, empowerment, care for the elderly and the indigent, as well as similar landmark projects, which he said will foster economic growth, pave way for enhanced connectivity and prosperity in the community.
Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Nemeka of Umoma Kindred Akitinyi Village, Urum, in Okan North Local Government Area for Anambra State, have appealed to the Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, and good-spirited individuals to come to their aid, as they have lost all they have to fire outbreak on Monday, 5th of February 2024. On arrival at the scene of the fire incident, ABS observed that the fire, which was said to have occurred in the afternoon of that Monday, burnt the 4-bedroom bungalow belonging to the family to ashes alongside all the properties, as nothing was recovered from the inferno, according to the people in area. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
Cash sum of 3,950,000 naira, refrigerators, generators, 250-kilogram bags of rice, tubers of yam, and other foodstuffs, clothes, and other belongings of the victims. Narrating their ordeal, Mrs. Obianujun Nemeka said that the fire was ignited by their 4-year-old child, who lighted their phone when they went to buy things from a nearby market, saying that the 3,950,000 naira consumed by the inferno was a proceed of their land they sold over the weekend, which they were planning to use the money to start up a business for their first son, who just finished serving someone in the city as an apprentice. Mrs. Nemeka pleaded to the state government and wealthy individuals to come to their assistance, as they do not know where to start from, since all they had worked for were all lost to the inferno.
Everything. Because now ekucha mo siso and we lotango no no. We watango mo sene makia. Chiku ge kenebe. Ekenem me kenebe ama nzuche. Nke chiku ge kenebe gaka.
Sympathizing with the victims, the chairman, Umuoma Kindred, Akitinyi Village Urum, Mr. Chukweloka Nwoye, and a stakeholder in the village, Mr. Chimezie Udekwe, regretted that all their efforts to put off the fire were abortive, as the fire was not noticed on time, disclosing that the victim, Mr. Thomas Nnemeka, if not for the intervention of the people around, attempted to commit suicide on seeing his house and properties he worked hard for over the years destroyed, saying that the victims urgently need help from both government and private individuals in order to recover from the trauma caused by the incident.
Ọ bụrụ na gọvanọ bụ akwa nsị na anyị pịa n'aka ka ọ ba akụwa o nwere ihe gbasara gọvanọ anyị nwa iji akpụrụ owu chachachacha ya hụ na onwe ya ọ ga-amakwa ọma uru m ejuru gọvanọ anyị egwu ya biko gbata ọsọ enyemaka ịma ya na ekwechewo nkwa wode mekwuo onye nwere ike mana ọ dịrị enough na lost to the too much
na-ayọ ndị otu anyị niile ndị na-emebe ọfụma ka abịa gbatala anyị ọsọ enyemaka because these people they lost all their livelihoods, everything they have and everything they have earned, they have lost it.
For an elderly woman in the area, Mrs. Veronica Chukwuwendo, the couple really suffered before they could build the destroyed 4-bedroom bungalow, praying that God will console them and touch people's hearts to assist them. To assist the victims, you can call them on 081-391-96680 or call the Kindred chairman on 070-353-64688. From Urum in Awka North Local Government Area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
All for Women Initiative Nigeria, AWIN, has solicited the support of collaboration of the federal government to drive the needed change in the empowerment of women and reduce all forms of violence against women. The non-governmental organization made the call during a courtesy visit to the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Doris Uzoka Anite in Abuja. We have details.
Okay. Briefing the minister, the founder of the NGO, Comrade Stella Ibuka, noted that the visit became imperative due to the urgent need to empower women and make them less dependent to reduce their vulnerability to abuse. She disclosed that the organization has scheduled 7th March 2024 to enlighten and sensitize rural women and the girl child who are in the lowest income earners, and pointed out that the group seeks to realize a society where dignity, rights and virtues of womanhood are protected. Receiving the delegation, Dr. Uzoka Anite, who spoke through the member representing Oyi and Ayamelon Federal Constituency, Honorable Maureen Gwasham, thanked the team for their love and commitment to improving the living condition of women and assured that the federal government will continue to partner the group to better the living condition of the populace. The minister assured that the ministry will evaluate and analyze their requests with a view to fruitful partnership and collaboration.
Bishop Province of the Niger, Most Reverend Alexander Ibezim, says Awka Diocese is poised to prioritize evangelism, soul winning, and preaching of the undiluted word of God. Religious correspondent Amaka Okoye reports that Most Reverend Ibezim, who is also the Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Awka, started this at Cathedral Church of St. Faith, Awka, during the licensing and commissioning of the diocesan lay readers and the rededication of the catechists and church teachers. Her report.
Event, which is the third being held since the diocese was inaugurated in 1987, saw 80 persons who were chosen as lay readers swear the oaths of canonical obedience and against homosexuality and examined thoroughly before the House of Bishop, clergy, and the laity before they were fully licensed. Also, 75 catechists and church teachers working in the diocese were also rededicated during the service. While commissioning the lay readers, Most Reverend Ibezim reminded them that they are called to serve the Church of God, work with the clergy and other ministers, lead public worship, preach and teach the gospel, assist during Eucharistic celebration, and share in pastoral and other evangelistic work. The prelates maintained that the work of the ministry is the work of sacrifice, and charged ministers of God to sacrifice themselves in the work of Christ in their parishes. The prelate maintained that the work of the ministry is the work of sacrifice and charged ministers of God to sacrifice themselves in the work of Christ in their parishes, just as he asked parish priests to assign more responsibilities to the lay readers so as to increase their effectiveness in reaching the unreached.
Two lay readers are called to serve the church of God and to work together with the clergy and other ministers. You are to lead public worship, to preach and teach the word of God, to assist at the Eucharist, and share in his pastoral and evangelistic work.
In a sermon during the special service, the clerical senior secretary of the diocese, Venerable Clement Mbwemena, said that the office of the lay reader is a dignified and important one and asked them to be strong and courageous as they will face many challenges.
This charge is not directed only to the new lay readers and the church teachers and catechists alone, but to all Christians in this age and era. The time is evil, and therefore calls for fervent prayers, serious study of God's word.
Speaking shortly after the service, one of the newly licensed and commissioned lay readers, Sir Arinze Obase, said he has been serving in the church, but now as a lay reader, he will serve more with renewed zeal.
I've been serving in the church, and I want to continue serving in the church because that is my primary constituency. That's where I have the passion to serve, and I want to continue the service under Anglican Church.
The President, Mothers Union, Women's Guild and Girls Guild, Mrs. Mata Ibezim, was among the people that attended the service, which featured special renditions by the Cathedral Choir. From Cathedral Church of St. Faith, Oka, Amaka Okoye, ABS News.
Up ahead, Anambra State records decrease in road crashes in 2023. New York shooting leaves 1 dead and 5 injured. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a to turn around maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. We'll take a break here. The news continues after this time out. Stay.
Oh, yes! My champs, they use energy at school. I know because imagine the energy they may have used up to return home this transform every day.
Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
It has nutrients that support energy release to help champs get the most out of their active days.
Milo!
This is ABS, Heartbeat of the East.
Ready for school? Yes! My champs, they use energy at school. I know because imagine the energy they may have used up to return home this transform every day.
Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
It has nutrients that support energy release to help champs get the most out of their active days.
Welcome back. Anambra State Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps recorded decrease in 2.22% in road crashes in 2023. This was made known at the FRSC Sector Command Office, Oka South Council area, during the end of the year 2023 award and the Dober program for RS 5.3. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzokoye reports that the program geared towards recognizing and appreciating critical stakeholders after the conclusion of reports and the operational review of the command.
In the gathering, the Commissioner for Transport, Mrs. Patricia Igwebike, commended the command for thinking towards such direction, saying that it will motivate the staff more and lift the spirit of others to do more so as to be rewarded. Mrs. Igwebike explained that her ministry has been working with the FRSC for the best interests of all as they learn from each other in ensuring that there are minimum crashes on roads and ensure that drivers are sensitized positively so as to ply the roads without any hitch. The command also presented awards to some staff who paid the supreme price for their fatherland in the course of duty, as well as agencies and partners. In an address of welcome, the sector commander of Anambra State Command, Mr. Adeoye Irelewi, said the command in its usual way ends their operational year in the middle of January, and after reviewing the operations, they honor those who performed excellently in different ways so as to encourage them to do more and appreciate efforts of those who died during the year. Mr. Irelewi maintained that the command recorded positive development on all the road traffic crash parameters, which includes number of people injured, number of offenders and offences, driver's license production, as well as number plates production.
The command deems it fit to thank God for a successful year and appreciate all staff for their resilience, commitment, and dedication to duty.
In a goodwill message, the Managing Director, Anambra Broadcasting Service (ABS), Sachido Obidegu, who spoke through the Assistant Governor, Rotary International District 9142 Rotarian Abuchiwazo, who is also a staff of ABS, said ABS as a world media organ will continue to partner the FRSC in sensitizing the general public on road safety consciousness and road accessibility.
To reassure the road safety that ABS will continue to partner them without that in order to make our roads
On his part, as senior advocate of Nigeria, Ben Osaka, who is a guest of honor at the program, said it is a welcome development as it is important to appreciate one's diligence and dedication to duty, commending the sector commander, Mr. Irelewi, for such gesture, calling on the corps marshals to put in more effort as much is expected from them. Speaking on behalf of all the recipients, Mrs. Waneka Okoro from RS 5.31 Onitsha said she felt elated with the award, adding that it came as a surprise as she did not know her efforts were being recorded, asking other colleagues to work hard and dedicated to duty so as to be recognized. Presentation of awards to serving people climaxed the program, while the sector commander of Enugu, Mr. Adeyemi Sokumbo, and his Delta State counterpart, Eshie, were among the people that graced the occasion. In Oka, Amaka Okoye, ABS News.
The world is fast developing technologically since the advent of artificial intelligence, hence the need to address the technological ingenuity as it becomes overwhelming to humans or who create them. It is for this need that Pope Francis has chosen artificial intelligence and wisdom of the heart for fully human communication as the theme for the 58th World Communications Day. Princess Epi Ajide of Abuja Bureau has details.
In a media parley, the Secretary General of the Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria, Reverend Father Zachariah Samjumi, asked government to prioritize unity despite individual and cultural peculiarities to achieve the goal of being one indivisible nation where everyone will long to belong. The Secretary General, represented by the Deputy Secretary General, Reverend Father Michael Banjo, said the Church has already begun the inward journey of free reading and rethinking communion, participation, and mission with a view to finding pathways to the various irregular unions amongst church members. He urged journalists and public relations practitioners to tell verified and factual stories to facilitate working together as a people and a nation, noting that the Church has remained faithful to her calling of preaching the gospel of salvation.
Reality is proposed as a process for us to dialogue in sincerity of heart for the promotion of the dignity of the human person and the development of our country. Therefore, as journalists and public relations personnel, the synodal call also compels you to tell the stories as you verify them to facilitate working together as a people and a nation. Gentlemen of the press.
The National Director of Social Communications, Reverend Father Michael Omo, on his part, gave harrowing stories of how the situation in the country has deteriorated beyond description and cited instances of abductions and killings of innocent citizens. They used the opportunity to announce the dates for first 2024 plenary of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, tagged Synod on Synodality, Areas of Concern for the Church in Nigeria, and the World Communications Day.
This is where and when journalists distinguish themselves to stand out, investigative journalism, saying things as they are, and media houses living up to their call and expectation. It is not a time any press or media house can sit on the fence. It's either we are for what we should be, truth as our currency, or we are against or compromised.
In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide reporting.
An argument between two groups of teenagers riding the New York City subway escalated into a deadly shooting, leaving one man killed and 5 others wounded. The gunfire broke out on an elected train platform in the Bronx at around 4:30 p.m., a time when stations throughout the city are filled with children coming home from school and many workers are beginning their evening commuting. Police said that the 34-year-old man was killed. The 34-year-old man was killed, and then 15-year-old boy and 3 adults, ages 28, 29, and 21. The Nigerian Football Federation is set for an emergency meeting to decide whether to extend Jose Pereira's contract with the Super Eagles or allow him to leave following the conclusion of the 34th African Cup of Nations. Pesiero's initial contract was extended to after the AFCON as stipulated in his deal, which was expected to have ended last year if the championship had held as scheduled from January to February 2023. NFF President Ibrahim Gusau told the media that the Portuguese contract would not be extended no matter the outcome of the 2023 AFCON. But some members of the Federation's board started pleading for the continued stay when the national team, against all expectations, marched definitely to the final of the competition. Remember that you can follow us, the news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page, follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service, subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka, on X as ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram as ABS Radio TV. You can also log into our website at www.absradiotv.com. Main points again. Chief Madibuko has constructed 14.6-kilometer asphalt roads in Adaziani. Couple have lost 3-bedroom bungalow to fire in Oka North local government area. Anambra State has recorded the decrease in road crashes in 2023. New York shooting has left 1 dead and 5 injured. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the news this morning. My name is Sijama. God bless you. Happy Valentine's Day.